see the film there, how exciting that can be. That for us is the reality, and that's why we've invested so much time and why we're so keen to try and make this happen, because the benefits are clear for all. Now, 8th of April 2013, almost 4.5 years ago, I took my first training session as Aberdeen manager at the barracks, and I can't tell you how poor and how disgraceful the surface was. We set up a passing drill, Tony and I, for the players, try to make a first impression, and the surface was just not conducive to allowing us to have any real quality. And this was Aberdeen, seen as one of the powerhouses in Scottish football. Obviously, performance on the pitch wasn't great, but I remember going back from the training ground that day with Tony in the car and saying, "It's the last time we come to the barracks this season." With 5 games left, and I couldn't bring myself to take the players to that surface. It was just awful. Nobody in the SPL had trained in a worse surface that day, and for me it really hit home where we are. I knew from working from out with Aberdeen, the problems Aberdeen had on training facilities. People used to say, "It's a great club, but not their own training ground," and that hit home that day, just how bad it was. But the demand for our club to be successful is clear. We've got to be up there competing with the top clubs in Scotland, the top clubs in Edinburgh, the 2 Glasgow clubs. That's where we're seen to be mixing it with. But the reality is, if you look at performance, and if you move it on, Lisa, just if you look at performance, our performance in recent years has been second in the league. Regular and cup finals, we've had 3 cup finals in 4 years. But if you actually look at the league table for facilities, we're down in the very bottom. There's no doubt about that, where we are in terms of facilities. So every day, all these clubs, your Hibs, your Hearts, your Rangers, Celtics, the ones that we're supposed to be competing with, and there's even 1 or 2 others there, and I would say in that top 6. Now, I'm not saying we're bottom of the league, but we're in that bottom lot. We could fight and argue about everything else, but every day these clubs who we're competing against have got an advantage of us every day, and I remind myself of that every morning when I go to take training. That we have got to be better at so many more other things. Our preparation, the actual quality of the actual session, our video analysis, our one-to-one with the players, everything just to try and gain some sort of advantage. Because before a ball is even kicked, before we even turn up on a Monday morning, these teams are all getting an advantage on us. And that is the reality for what we are facing. Now, as the chairman says, we've managed to keep our heads above water, we're managing to compete, but it is unsustainable that. These clubs, with investment in new stadiums and new facilities, will go away from us. They will leave us in the distance if we don't act now as a club. And that's a fact. People say to me, "Oh, it didn't stop Alex Ferguson, the Fergie era, being successful." But every club, and I'm not taking anything away from that, of course, it was a magnificent era for the club. But every club had poor facilities in. There was parables in terms of what people were training on. Teams are moving on from us. Youth teams from other clubs are training in better facilities than my first team at the minute, and that is a fact. Now, we're still training at the barracks, and we're training in better surfaces because of investment going into the pitches, but we're still not in our own training ground. We're still all over the city. We're still jumping in and out of buses, hauling young players, building goals at different various training grounds, hauling kit here, there and everywhere in all sort of conditions across the city. Minimising the training time, the practical time, and more time travelling a lot of the time, and it isn't conducive to elite performance. We're elite at everything we do except in facilities, and it's something that has to change. And people might not realise at the minute, but will it take for us to be a bottom 6 team and to see the others signing top players when we get left behind because we can't pay the wages that others do? When it comes to trying to recruit good players, and Hearts and Hibs and all the rest of them are hoovering up potential signings that Aberdeen could be signing. That is what's going to happen if we don't act now. We have got to take full advantage of the momentum that's gathered here, both on the pitch and the work done by the board off the pitch and everybody else. Now, if we move on, that's our reality at the minute. And I don't mean to embarrass the club, but I'm embarrassed about where we are at the minute. And I've had numerous conversations with the chairman since we came in on day one. We're training there, there's Banks of D, we've got the sports village that we use, we've got the Balgownie, we've got the Barracks, we've got Counties Wells, which isn't there, a private school that we use. And again, the facilities are okay in terms of the pitch, these are okay, but they're not our own, and it's not conducive for us to improve and making the situation better. And that for me has to change. An example, Banks of Dee, and the reality of what we faced. 30th of December last year, we were playing Hearts away at Tynecastle. On the 29th of December, on the Friday, the weather was so bad we had to go and book at Banks of Dee to get an outdoor facility for AstroTurf just to get some work done. Now, we would always normally name our team, shape our team, go through set plays on a Friday. We had to have our session cut short because the Royal Bank of Scotland workers decided in the lunch hour to come and train at Banks of Dee, and it was double booked. And there's us running out of time to do our work, and we're trying to finish off a session, an important game at Tynecastle, a sellout crowd, the last game before the winter shutdown, and we had to prepare properly. And we've got some angry banker saying you're on our pitch. It is laughable, but that is our reality. That's what we faced. Now, we ignored them, we got on with our work, and we did it. Now, it wasn't private, it was open to anybody putting our team out. Anybody could have guessed our team that day watching us. It could have been on social media, Hearts could have had an advantage, all the rest of it. But we did the work. Now, regardless if we win or lose the game, the preparation's got to be right. We then go in February to Ross County. Similar in climate weather, we couldn't train outside. We had to try and book the sports village because we couldn't get an indoor facility, or we couldn't get an AstroTurf pitch. Now, we play Ross County in the Scottish Cup, really important. You see, we get to the Scottish Cup final and everything that entails. But we play Ross County the next day. But as we're doing our preparation, again at the sports village, double booked with Hazelhead Academy women's lacrosse team, and they won 2/3 of the pitch. And we couldn't do our work what needed to be done. We're Aberdeen, we are professional in everything we want to do, yet the players are getting shunted down to the bottom third of the sports village to try and finish off and fine tune my work in preparation. Now, we could just say, we'll just never mind do it, we'll just go through it on the board and speak about the players. But it's too important. It's too important coming in results. It's too important in the outcome of our season, and we were that close to winning a Scottish Cup, and that was part of our preparation. Lacrosse team from Hazelhead Academy interfering with our session, and it is embarrassing. And I haven't told too many people that story because I'm embarrassed. But we're elite in everything that we do, our preparation as a staff and everything else. We've got an ambition to be the best we can be, but we're not giving ourselves a chance to be that at this club. Now, there's so many aspects of the new facility about the combined training ground and stadium together, and all the advantages of that. And I could talk long and hard about all the advantages of that, both technically, tactically, the development of coaches and young players, giving them every opportunity to succeed. There's loads that we could speak about the benefits of that. I just want the best for the club. I wasn't born in Aberdeen, I wasn't brought up an Aberdeen supporter, but I love this club, and I only want the best for it. And if we don't take full advantage of the opportunity to grasp that we've got at the minute of modern facilities to improve, then we'll be kicking ourselves for years to come. It is so important, and I can't stress hit home the message enough, that we take this opportunity to be the best we can be. We're a brilliant club. It's a brilliant club to work for, full of brilliant people, full of passion, who just want the club to be successful, but we're not as brilliant as we can be, and we're not as strong as we can be. And if we have the ambitions to be as strong as we can be, we need new facilities, both on a match day and both in training. I think, from my take, the whole of Aberdeen, the city of Aberdeen and the North East region are deserving of a top class facility to be proud of. Our supporters are deserving of going to getting a full benefit of a match day experience in a modern facility, catering for all, young, old, disabled, everybody. And our players, currently my players and future generations, are deserving of modern facilities, conducive to learning, to improvement, to be the best that they can be. Now, it sounds simple. Every day I have to make decisions. You know, when it comes to a Friday or whatever, I need to make a decision, whether it's picking a team or whatever. We all have to make decisions. But the decision for the people involved in this is the single biggest decision for this football club that you will make. So for all the councillors out there who have the power to say this can happen or it can't, it is the single most important for our football club. And I really feel that everybody should think long and hard. There's loads of reasons why people don't want to do things. We could all sit there, there's doers and there's people who want to do things and people who don't. And we can all find reasons not to do something. This has got to be done. It's so important that we do this as a club and as a city and be as strong as we can be. Every Saturday I remind my players of who we represent. We represent Aberdeen, whether we're playing in Dundee, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Europe, or whether we're at home in Aberdeen. I always remind the players of who we're representing. But everybody who has to make a decision has a decision as well, what they want to be represented as. What do we want Aberdeen to be represented as? How do we want to be perceived? For not only for Aberdonians, but for also everybody who visits our city. Do we want modern facilities, a team to be proud of, something that everybody can be involved in? Or do we just stay as we are and we keep banging our head against a brick wall? There's so much willingness and good work getting put into this, and it is very important that we see this through. And we can't be sitting here in 10 years' time throwing up another project, trying to get this done, while we're scrambling, trying to get left behind in Scottish football.